Let's begin this unit with Samuel Johnson. Now, his name should sound familiar to you already, as we've covered him several times. Samuel Johnson wrote in the 18th century, and he is best known for writing a dictionary of the English language, which we covered in the nonfiction section of these lectures. He also wrote Life of Mr. Savage, London, and Vanity of Human Wishes. This picture of him is him when he is much older, as opposed to the earlier version we gave of him to you. Remember that the dictionary was so crucial. It chronicled 44,000 words at the time that he put it together, and was crucial to kind of creating a mainstay for English language as far as putting everything together and making it clear for everyone. Ben Jonson, he was a peer of Shakespeare's. His poem To Penhurst was extremely popular, and he's known for his comedies and satirical plays. Two to make notice of are Volpone, which was a comedy, and The Alchemist. John Keats, he was an English romantic poet. His style was accented by very sensual imagery, description, flowery language, and odes. He wrote many odes. Remember what an ode is. An ode is a poem to honor someone who is alive or to celebrate something. So his odes would usually be in romantic themes, and they would usually be to women. Joan Lingard is a Scottish novelist who wrote Liam's Daughter and Across the Barricades. Christopher Marlowe was also a contemporary of Shakespeare, and actually Marlowe was one of Shakespeare's main rivals. They were both tragedists, although Shakespeare actually wrote comedies as well. But you know, through the units that we've covered, Shakespeare's tragedies are most preeminently known and to be studied for you, especially for this exam. But Marlowe was an Elizabethan tragedist who was successful at the time, and it was probably very good for them to be alive at the same time, as they wrote in competition with each other. Sir Walter Scott was a Scottish author who wrote Ivanhoe, Rob Roy, Waverley, and Lady of the Lake. Now you'll notice that I am giving you the country of origin for all of these authors because it is important that you know their descent. The exam will test you on it. Percy Bysshe Shelley was an English romantic poet who wrote Ozymandias, Adonai, and Prometheus Unbound. As you've come to see several different mini biographies of these authors, you'll start to feel overwhelmed. You shouldn't. Write them down and write down their origin countries. You can start to group together these authors because grouping together similar things will help you memorize for the exam. For example, perhaps you'd like to memorize the countries of origin for the authors, so you can group together the Scottish, the Irish, the American, the English. Perhaps you would like to remember which were essayists. You can group together essayists, novelists, dramatists, and poets. Grouping together names like this will help you by association and visually by association make the connection that you might need on the exam, as many of the names of the authors that I've given you were contemporaries to each other, wrote at the same time, or even wrote at the same themes. So it's important for you to use this idea of grouping together authors so that you can start to see patterns that will better help you remember all of the details and facts about them. Because through seeing the connections between those columns, you're going to start to remember through repetition and memory which are from what country, which books they wrote, and what kind of writer they were. So continue to do this in your notes. It is crucial for you to memorize these things.